All right. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. What happened to the audio? I don't really know, dude. I think it got connected to the fucking car or something. I couldn't disconnect it, dude. Yep. All right. Yeah. All right, we're gonna keep going though. Yeah. I'll go ahead and start uploading the first one though. What the fuck? Oh my god, I thought that was real. Alright. I think we're good now. Yes, I am recording this. The Bluetooth connected on its own? Yeah. Yeah, I left it on. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, so Celsius is sitting at cost basis. It is bouncing. It needs to move outside of that 35.50, and it has a target of 39.50. This is actually a setup that if it was to blast off out of here, I think it comes from something news or something. There's some catalyst here. All right, moving on. MRNA. I'm going to try and do these quickly, guys. This one is just bleeding, and it's already surpassed and moved past a couple of really key levels on the weekly. And so I talked about this the other day. I see I mean, you were close to 52.10, but you have lost a huge floor, leaving access to there's really not much. You have a big wick off of $46, right? And then just fucking empty space down to 35. So there is a strong possibility that if we continue with that, I mean, we still have a long ways to go, right? And this is where we're currently sitting. So any chance to bounce is going to happen, got to happen soon. Otherwise, yeah, that $46 level will be the next target down. All right, Nvidia. This one I'm done with. I traded Nvidia twice the last month or two, and we traded it, you know, through this. So again, anybody who paid attention to what I was teaching you guys earlier, see the box, see the rejection off of the 50% mark. I took it there, and I took it up to there, and then obviously there was another leg up. For 141, that happened after a huge drawdown. I know some of the people in the Discord were able to take this one and play it back up. But as of right now, we are still directly up against that wall. We have a small gap underneath us, right? And typically when I see this, right, after this gap fill, I would be avoiding so take a look at this. Over here to your left, you'll notice that we rejected and pulled ourselves underneath 135.75. If we look over here left, you can see that we gapped up over that wall. So I suspect a retest and bounce off of it to get you up and out, or that empty space underneath you will likely get filled back down to 130.50, which would highlight that 1, 2, and then potential 3. And yeah, you could see a leg down after that. So I think it's really kind of like up to the lower time frame setups here. So again, moving down into the hourly, we can start to formulate how to trade this, or how to know whether or not that higher time frame move is going to happen. And that's going to happen with a punch over 139.15 and a move over 140.15. So it's just really simple. So this is Friday's trade. No, I did not take this. Yo, I had one of the biggest trades, surprise trade. I made. I don't talk about my money, what I make typically ever at all. But I made well over 15 G's on LW. That was this trade where we hit the gains. The percentages on this were insane. Literally, but it just goes to show you that holding to your targets, right? That is insane. That is insane. So, but anyway, LW, that was, and again, y'all, let's look. Why did I take LW? I bet you guys, even if you've been watching this whole time, you could probably tell, and I'll tell you where we took it. Right, we took it out above 67. 1, 2, box, punch, right? We boxed up again and launched right off of cost basis. And then where did we end? Take a look at this. Look at this shit. It's wild. Oh my God. This is why I don't care about what nobody else does forever, dude. I did it. We did it. It's mechanical, guys. This market is a machine that is operated by people whose wealth, is vastly greater than ours. They can move these things. They don't set things up for their failure. So, all right. Can you look at MSTR and look how you predicted on Thursday that on Friday it would have? Can you look at MSTR, how could you predict it on Thursday that on Friday it would have went up? Did I do that? Dude, I feel like Kanye West sometimes, because like I'd be figuring some analysis. I don't even remember, dude. What does he say in that line? I'm forgetting shit that you never thought of. So I mean, this is actually really easy for me to explain, and I'm glad that you asked. So my strategy says that if you break down beneath the 50% mark of any box, do you see the box? Do you see the 50% mark? Right? That you'll see a new low. I do have a Discord, but you cannot join it. I don't have any access. There's no spaces right now for anybody to join for maybe like 2 days. So you guys are going to have to wait. You can DM me on here, and I can get you a link for the Potterbox workshop. I am not a signal group. If you are coming in here because you want the fast route to the money, go somewhere else. I don't want your money. I'm not interested. I make too much money trading. But if you do want to be able to do this for yourself and have this strategy and be able to do this at any time without me, because these people that you see as gurus are not smarter than you. They are not. So our Discord is a trading collective where it's not just me. Now, obviously everybody asks me for analysis and stuff like that. But if you look in live trading, everybody's doing their own thing, right? If you look and post your chart, these are not my analysis. This is their analysis. They're all doing the work. So again, I believe that everybody who goes out there and tries to just follow signals learns the exact same lesson. So I'll see you when you get back. But anyway, how did I know that MSTR was going to go up? It bounced off of cost basis. And anytime you make a move, the goal is to go ahead and identify what is above and what is below. Now I can go and show you this a little bit better on the hourly. When you broke down from this itty bitty box right here, you flushed too hard. This is exactly what I mean by empty space, right? This little pocket right here of flushing price action. Taking my theory in mind, boxing ourselves out, right? Look at cost basis, guys. Launches itself off of it. And to your left, another box. Do you see how it stutters right at cost basis and pushes off of it and goes and fills the majority of that empty space? So knowing that a stock, okay, so everybody has a job to do. After 3 times of a floor bounce, right? 1, 2, 3, sellers who are up here need to push the price down. You'll notice they did, right? They did. Look at the wick. But did they hold? So tell me what you think. When you take a short and it goes down, 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 and then in a moment's notice, it goes fucking up, 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 and what do? You get out. What happens when sellers get out of their trades? Boing, 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 right? That's squeezes happen everywhere. And so knowing that these boxes are tension and being patient and knowing that looking for the parameters of the trade, right? Above and below 205.50 here, right? And at the bottom 191.50, you look for a candle close outside of either one of them. So that's it. Now I would go ahead and say MSTR has a pretty good chance of coming back down. Monday, I'm calling for a just to throw it out there, 209. Why? Because you hit structure. You might have a little bit more of a leg up at 220.20, but if you hit that, it'd honestly be kind of rough because you would leave a box behind, pop up, and you could punch down through that box to head back down to the empty space. So, all right, Tesla. Tesla, I still see the sideways. Now, at some point, this does have, it could turn into a really good setup. So I don't put all or really a ton of weight into channels, right? I do need them to identify, are we going up? Are we going down, right? What is the current control from buyers or sellers, right? So in this case, we are continuing to make higher highs. And now looking up at the top, right? We are sitting at cost basis in this box. I'll get rid of the ones below, not so we don't confuse, right? We're sitting at cost basis in this box. And you can see my analysis already on what I think is going to happen. We have 1, 2. So at this point, it's not my job to just determine the direction, right? It is my job to wait for a reaction. Underneath 214.41, channel goes out the window, and we're looking for a retest here, where we would then be anticipating a potential large 1, right? 2, and then hopefully a curl up. But for where we're at now, if you are bullish and you are looking to fill the empty space up above right here and reclaim the 241 floor that will allow you to go and hit 265 again, right? You need to just quite simply get back up above, and I'm going to show you guys a trick. Ready? Do you see this box, the top of that over there? It's off. All right, so there's no arguments. Candle, candle, candle. Nothing closes above the first one that opens above it, right? This is a break of tension. Do you see that candle right there? It's the same thing. Be above 230, and you will go to 241. It's that simple for me. All right, moving on. AAP. Now, this one was a little bit of a disappointer. I like it still, though. So just throw that out there. I like it still. Can you guys see why? Right? Great potential. It's not there yet, but great potential. Even if we're just trading it, even if we're just trading it up to 47.80, this is one that I think should be on the watch list. Fuck. What did I just chart? What did I just chart? MSDR. Yeah. MSTR. And then now we're doing. I did ARI. And I'm doing AAP. No, I already wrote that down. God damn it. All right, there we go. Bam, bam. Okay. Do I think that Tesla will move to $500 a share anytime soon? Not anytime soon, me personally. No, I don't think so. If you mean soon within the next couple of years, I still couldn't tell you, dude. I don't even bother with fundamental analysis. You have about 1,000 TikTok accounts that are doing fundamental analysis, and they all disagree with each other. You've got about 1 billion fucking people on YouTube who are analysts, and they all come to different conclusions. You have about a bajillion fucking bankers who are analysts, and they all come to different conclusions on what things should be weighted on, and it has nothing to do with the price for me. I focus on the price. I could care less what you think that stock should be fundamentally valued at. If BlackRock owns it, if your politicians own it, if it carries volatility, if it's socially popular, yeah. You do options. I do options. I do more than do options, dude. I take options on dates and give them an experience they've never. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop right there. I was about to get banned. All right. Anyway, AAP. I need a punch over. Punch over. Say it with me. 41.38. Yeah, right. So above 41.50, right? If you guys are on here though, could you guys give me like a solid minute of finger blasting my screen? Don't clip that, chat. Don't clip that. Pause. Resume. All right. So 41.60, right? 41.50. We got that. That wick right here. And then we have that empty space. I will look at 44.75 just because there's kind of like a, or 44.50 rather. But I actually still like this one. I like that it, God damn it, I love my strategy. Look at that. I didn't even see that. Look, I didn't even look at that. After AAP rejected and I got out, it was a decent trade. I made over 100% on it. So, you know, who am I to be pissed off about it? I want 500-600, but we pulled back. We hit cost basis again. And now we've curled back up. I actually really like that. That one definitely makes the watch list again. I know how to buy calls and puts and options. I'm just having a problem using the charts. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, and hopefully you'll hear me out. Don't run before you can walk, dude. You need to learn a strategy. Learning about options and buying and selling them, anybody can do that, right? Our eagerness to get money fast is what derails us from getting actual money, right? Sooner than later. So strategy has to be first. You have to have a comprehension of what you're looking for in the market. You need to be able to see that it replicates itself. You need to look for proof from the person teaching it, right? Is this working for people? And if you do that, obviously I'm going to say me, because my shit works. And I believe that if you go out and learn patterns and ICT and all this other shit, you're going to spend years on learning that stuff. Years on learning it. In fact, the hardest people for me to teach are people who have been through the gamut. They've been through all of it. Those are the hardest people. It's not impossible. I've done it many, many times, but it's the hardest because they have to unlearn. If you're brand new, you really are you're in the best fucking place in the world. I'm glad you're here. Most of the new people, I have a couple people from this summer, the beginning of summer around May, a lot of people were like hitting profitability that had joined in like September and November by themselves, right? And that to me, again, you look at all these people who are doing it on their own, or you know, they'll come at you with like, it's taken me 3 or 4 years. Like, you know, it honestly comes down to nailing down a strategy, understanding what you're waiting for, and moving slow, right? You can make a lot of money just doing that. But please go to my YouTube channel, go check out my YouTube, my videos. You cannot sign up for my Discord right now. So I'm sorry, I just can't have anybody in there quite yet. I got the website down right now. So yeah. All right. What do we got next? Amazon. I saw you comment that one a lot, Bivy. I'll do Amazon next. Whoa. Okay. My boy heard empty space and said, all right, I got you. Now this is beyond, right? This is biopharmaceutical, if I'm not mistaken. And with something like that, you're not really going to catch me ever in that sector. But with that being said, there is structure here. And I think that structure separates this stock from, you know, obviously really making any substantial real gains. But as per usual, the 50% mark in this area of consolidation was hit at $3. So above $3, you could progress to the top, and outside of it to 430. That's what I see. Mine. Okay, I'm done with my 3K. I think that, yeah, no, I did this one earlier. Celsius. Oh yeah, I should write that down. I think this one looks great, dude. I think it's really good that it's held cost basis, and you're just, it kind of looks like something news-wise could come out. If it pulls back, it still would be a good setup. You just have to wait for it. Why is that not a good sector? No liquidity. Save went up and filled its empty space and got pulled back down into this area of consolidation. Still has a chance to potentially go up, but you did fill that empty space, hit, and we're going to go ahead. This box is above us. We're going to go ahead and mark out this area of consolidation right here. And yeah, so 250. Now this one I think is one where you need to look at it on the weekly, right? Because that's where the real potential could lie. This is also something that is so low priced at the moment that you could get dirt cheap options. I mean, might write this one down. I mean, it could be something where it gets bought out, right? So, all right. What the heck is wrong? What the heck is wrong with what? Amazon. Weekly time frame on Amazon is lackluster at the moment. Nothing really popping out to me. Again, I look for, you know, stocks that look like this. MU is on the watch list. Empty space, right? Directly up above me. I can see the potential behind the play. I look at Amazon and I just don't see that, right? And I can describe to you, I can tell you why, right? Not just saying, oh, it just looks kind of bad. When you are pinned in between structure, right? See the wick right there coming off of 190.75. This is a lower time frame box. I've been doing this so long I can spot them from afar, right? I know if I move down, I'm going to be like, oh, look, there's the box. See? Box, right? Floor, rejection, 190.81. So the reason that I don't like things like this, right, is they've already come back to the structure under, and they're already up again. Now this could set up to be a good play over, right? And that's obviously your job, is to figure out where on a lower time frame where you want to get in, obviously utilizing the box. But then you look up above you, right? And it's, yeah, it is pretty straightforward. You have an immediate target of 196.50, which would be a box there. And then sure, Amazon goes into all-time highs. So if you're playing for ATH, then play for that. And that would be a punch back over. So there's empty space up to 192. So you want to write this down. This will be on YouTube later, but 192.50. Punch back. Target 196.50. And then you are looking for volume in this sense. But if you do not, my thoughts are down, right? Retest. If you do it fast, if you do, see, this is how I'm not a fucking genius, guys. It is how a stock moves. If it moves too fast when it comes down, right? And this is how you can predict, right, whether or not something is going to bounce for the most part, right? If it keeps its foot on the gas pedal, typically this is very rare, then maybe. But when you drop, right, all the way down and you do it very quickly, you are more than almost 90% sure that it will bounce and go and retest, and this creates the environment for chop. Don't believe me? I'll show you, right? Big leg down, big leg up, empty space left. Look, you broke out from, and this is actually a box. Again, I can see the boxes from the higher time frame. There's a baby box right here. You come down, you hit its cost basis. How did you rip out? Fast. Where did you grab onto? You weren't able to, right? You weren't able to punch over that box. So you oscillate, and this creates the environment for chop. And chop destroys options. and options get really cheap. And so when the box forms, like on ANF contracts are really, really cheap because they're undesirable, because they're not moving. And options that don't move are undesirable, so they lose value. And as that tension comes to an end, because it always will, I step in. I buy those dirt cheap fucking contracts. I bought these on Friday, held them for 5 days. I actually held them, I held runners, right? But on the third day, it hit the floor. I got out of, oh, that was so delicious. 600-700%. The following 2 days, you end up hitting the 50% mark and you got over 1,000%. So it's better to do, what are you talking about? What's going on here? Let shop to save is unreal now. Is it better to do what do you mean? ANF was a good one. Yeah, it was really tasty. BG. Oh god, Bunge. That shit's bungee jumping right now, literally. Lord have mercy. Challenge accepted, I guess. Okay. What are we listening to? Somebody scraped their fucking fingers on a chalkboard? What's happening here? Oh my god. It's pretty creepy, dude. What do we want to listen to? What do we want to listen to, guys? I gotta switch it up. My god has a telephone. I'm intrigued by that kind of shit. Brazil? Yeah, fuck it. Let's go hit the Brazilian track. Young boy. All right, we're locked in here. All right, so Bunge is at a weekly floor of $88. Right now, it's always important. How did you get where you're at? Right? We have a box here. We had a floor at 94.50 and we're hitting the floor. So if we are unable to break said floor, or if continuation does not happen, we could expect for a retest back up to 95.50, and that could begin another bounce, right? Could. Otherwise, because we don't really have any boxes above or below, it's just kind of wide price action, I'd be looking at a leg down here to 84 rather, sorry. So that's on the weekly. Let's go to the 24-hour. 24-hour says the same thing. 24-hour says the exact same thing. So I stand by that. And obviously looking here on the, this is where you can even, now the volume dries up. That's unfortunate, right? As you can see how this price action moves, but it all is important. So zoom in. If you're looking to take Bunge up, it's 90.45. What's with the Palestinian garb? What do you think, my bro? It's free Palestine, dog. Until I die. It's free American government from another nation's influence. It's free America from AIPAC. It's gonna get me banned. All right. I don't care if people don't like what I say anymore. I really don't give a shit. I'm not gonna be 80 years old looking back on my life being like, oh man, I'm sure glad I didn't speak up against these Nahasis. Nah, bruh. All right, anyway, moving on. But I am here for finance shit. I ain't scared to say shit, man. I've already been banned a bajillion times, dude. You can't stop me. She got Sofi again, not now. So Sofi again. Well, would you look at that? Cost basis is right there. The floor that you need to reclaim is right here, and it looks like you did it. Looks like you got a little bit of a grip. So 24-hour, you need to hold that 13.25. Moving down. Oh, look, there's the flack. So look, god damn it, I love teaching. I love teaching. And I love teaching when I know when this shit is just on fire. So the example that I just gave you of how you move. Do you see this? This is a crazy great example. A wick up, look how fast you go, right? Immediately, because you weren't able to grab onto anything, immediately legs down. But does it lose anything? No, that would be your signal down under 1250. Bounces, holds, and so now you have your own range, right? That's how ranges are created. So 1345. Oh, burner accounts. Yeah, genocide is not a political matter. That is absolutely correct. Yeah, I got one. That's the only one I have. It's my little secret. What the fuck just happened to my screen? Sorry, I'm stimming. 1041 is the overhead ceiling, and you have nothing. And I actually already talked about this. Anytime I see a big green dingus like that, I usually split it in half. God, if anybody's listening outside of the door, that would sound really terrible. But 1088 would be that first target. Now, I like looking at SoFi on the weekly because it's where it makes the most sense. And I tell you what, it doesn't have the empty space that I typically like, right? But a floor is a floor. Right, a wall is a wall. As of right, okay, all right. As of right now, literally, this could either be really good or this could be really bad. Candle close, candle wick, candle wick. 1, 2, 3. Absolutely imperative that that gets broken. Right now, here's a little bit of this for you. Delicious, right? So as of right now, for a temporary target, without empty space, I would say that if you can break over that wall, it's 1283. But if the wall does what it's supposed to do, right, then I say we come back down for the gap and retest of 907. Okay? Patience. That could be a pretty good one. I don't know why I did that. I've already just spoken on this one. I hold PLTR equity long. I'm down here in the 10s and the 12s with my average on PLTR. I brought it up to the 12s after buying down here, and then I bought again when it was sideways over here. But as of right now, it has been stair stepping, right? And this is where you get sideways, right? And I think that's exactly what we're seeing here as well. Right? Typically when you make a extended, god damn it, I love this shit. So look at this. Do you see the floor right there? Look at that. Bop, 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 bop. Candle closes are so much more important, right? I don't even care about, I mean, the wick is obviously important. Knowing where it went is really my whole, that's all I really want to know. You came back and you retested structure underneath you, pulled yourself back up. So you could see a new high off of this one, but it's something I would move down into a lower time frame and we can see, right? I'm going to move down again to the 2-hour time frame. We can see. Do we see? Look at that. That's your ticket outside. 43.32, punch back, candle close outside of 44, and PLTR is in new highs. On the contrary, if it's unable to do that, you could start channeling down. And we could start seeing some retests, which I will hedge into. And so how do I prep? I set alerts. 42.16. Hedgelicious. Oh. Like Nike, it's taking its time. It's building. The more build, the more better, right? So we're okay with this, and I do think that because of how we left the box, leaving that empty space, we came back and we filled that empty space. You can see my thoughts on this. I see a channel potentially forming and filling up that empty space on Nike all the way back up to 88. Okay? But that's not going to happen until we see this lower time frame setup play out. And that's going to be over $83.96 or $84. I set alert. I go away. Netflix is, okay, so if you're new here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you my weak spot. Where I don't thrive, but it's not my part of my strategy. I thrive on areas that look like this, right? Pockets. I make a lot of money in those pockets, and then I go away. When you're in all-time highs, there's nothing, right? All I had for this was a channel. And I could remove that channel and try to regroup, right, into something that's like a little bit more longer dated. But even with that, yeah, see, I don't like doing that kind of stuff. I'd rather do it on the weekly or something, but I don't like doing that stuff. When you're in all-time highs, there's no price prediction that I can give you, right, that wouldn't just be based off of something like Fibonacci, which I don't typically use. If I was to use anything moving into all-time highs, this would be it. But I cannot, and I'm not going to pretend to try to help somebody price target something when you've ripped this hard. Now, what I can tell you is that's coming back down. Now, I'm not saying that at all, right? But it will, because it does. That's just how things work. At some point, that space will be filled back up. So if you want to go into a lower time frame and start mapping out how does that happen, because you can answer that question, you start building structure underneath you. If you lose 750, 775, then you have access to the empty space underneath you, right? The 15-minute describes that even better. The only difference would be you would take that empty space, split it in half, and you would also place a 744.50 price target. RMBS. Yeah. Okay. I could see it, but what is coming from the left is far more important. So where's your floor? Your floor is at 38.35, which somehow is coming off of this very, very small box. And this is all the weekly time frame. I trust the weekly exclusively. Now it looks like on a lower time frame, you're deciding to make a second high. So there's probably some minuscule channel there that you're going to need to watch for, which just describes to me potential chop. Now this describes, god damn it, dude, look at that. So you get a rejection off of 45.50. That is the box that would have got you out. 46.75 is cost basis. Are you asking for Clover? Is that even a stock anymore? But anyway, RMBS looks like it's going to be heading back down. It's hitting cost basis at 41.16. A punch underneath that, and you go to your 38.35 floor. And I reckon that you will complete. Yeah, you will likely hit 36.62, maybe even 35.70. So. I don't know what you're asking for, but anyway, HIMS looking pretty good. I really like the way it curled up off. HIMS looks like a straightforward 23.84. The only thing that I found negative, which I don't think is a factor anymore, was this. And you have bounced off of it. So I am looking forward to that top target right here. And you can see you pulled yourself back up. So mapping out that 4 hour, again, now you know where you need to stay. Now you know where you need to be above 22.88. PayPal. This one is directly up against that wall at 81.10. 81.10, I think you go hit the top of the channel at 82.45. Typically, I don't just stay in the channel and do analysis there, but it's just so damn obvious. And then underneath you, you also have 1, 2, 3, and almost that fourth one there, and then a pocket of empty space right here. So if you refuse, or maybe you go up wick and then curl back down, that would also be a factor. If PayPal is going to continue moving up, then that third 8250 target I'm giving you must break. If you look over here to your left, right, this is something that I stay away from. If it doesn't make sense to me, or it's just wicked looking, I stay away. And this is one thing that just does not have a clean box. I think on the monthly is the only place I saw, which doesn't mean that it's not fake, right? It's still real, that you're sitting up against cost basis. So not a bad look, right? Definitely room for some recovery here. I don't even have anything remotely, other than that. But I mean, that's kind of a stretch. So I think 260 is a possibility on earnings for Tesla, but that will be on YouTube. I already did that analysis. So Rod R, are you asking for Clover, dude? Just give me the thumbs up here. I just want to make sure. SMR, NuScale power. Okay, so this is, wow, no shot. I don't remember when I did this one, but all right. So I'm not going to pretend. I'm not that kind of, I'm not going to sit here and act like I can see this clearly. This is a pretty confusing chart to look at, and especially seeing that you've definitely moved up into new highs. I'm not going to try again to go back into this structure and look for something that's not there. I don't see a clean channel, right? Anything that I draw here, I think, is forced, and that's not going to be cool with me at all. Maybe we have this like channel-esque area like this, but otherwise, you went up, you hit a new high at $20. You can clearly map out your floors above and below. So look at the 4 hour, not bad. SMR. So again, I'm not gonna be able to help you on all-time highs. That's outside a candle close on 4 hour for 1928 or 1930, and then short under 1727 for a retest of 1650. Toast on the weekly. Yeah, just the wick. Just the wick. And that's 3065. If you're looking to take that one up, 3360. There is a box here, so maybe you get 37. All right, McDonald's. That was an easy chart. McDonald's, yeah, don't know what to tell you. You already punched back, new highs. They're loving it, dude. You made the arches, and then you ripped out. And you had multiple punchbacks. I had a couple of people ask me about this one. You came out of a base. We charted it here. I remember charting it here. You went through, punched back, again, another punch back, and now you're seeing that volume explode. So maybe 327 here. Trip. Oop, Trip. Interesting. Interesting. Poopy stock. Poopy stock, dude. So it looks like you are in the midst of trying to recover your floor. So let's go ahead and delete everything really quick. So here's the red candle to your left. You closed up against it. That's 1550. You have empty space up above you all the way to 1722, double wicks. And you have a cost basis of $18 whole. 24 hour. Still, again, empty space, but not seeing anything different. So moving down again. So I don't have a box, but I do have a little range here, and I'm going to go ahead and split that in half. And I know that above 1635, you will go and hit 1720. I think there's also a channel here like this and like that, and that could describe the breakout you're looking for, because both are true right here. So $16. What the fuck is Wingstop? Or that's right. Wingstop. What am I talking about? They have some good ass ranch, bro. Holy crap, bro. I'm gonna start a food review page where I just go around the country and rate ranch. I want the best ranch. Weekly should help with this. Oh my lord. Floor, ceiling. 1, 2, 1, 2. Empty space. Oh my god. Right? Lots of empty space down there. Typically when you move like this up at the top, it does represent some profit taking. So underneath 345, man, and Wingstop has destiny that's not in its favor. But you are dumping really quickly, and that's an issue because that means that eventually or soon you may come back up to punch that. So I think if you're looking for the daily analysis, it's going to be right here at 350.675. I'm not seeing a whole lot. How is the overall market before the election? It can get flat and choppy. If people believe it's leaning to one side or the other, it can respond to that. But I don't typically even think about that either, dude. I really don't look at any news. So, all right, I'm trying to catch a lot of them coming in. Be patient with me, guys. I'm not going to give you half-ass analysis. So, gap is filled. Wells Fargo, and the top is the only thing, and that is $66. That's really interesting. We just ripped Wells Fargo to the very top. So let's go and step out one more time. We're going to go to the monthly because I want to see something. Because I see something. Don't like it. Nope. If it doesn't look perfect, me no like it. Better. Better. Way better. Okay, better. Both are confluential. So I would say you're placing a target quite simply at 65.75, and this breaks further, I say 73. ADT, short that shit, dude. Oh, I thought you were talking about American Dream Trading, dude. Yeah, short them into the ground, dude. He says 30% trades are good. He says you shouldn't swing trade overnight. Short it. Short it! Alright, I'm doing this on the monthly, so I'm a little zoomed out here. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I don't see anything. I see nothing. I'm not gonna pretend. I'm not gonna try to force. I don't see anything, dude, that's even worth the analysis. It is in a monthly box. I couldn't even imagine trading that, man. It looks so bad. Bank of America. Well, we're on the monthly. Let's go to the weekly here. Do you see the refusal for the floor? You are hitting the floor. This needs to be recovered to go up. And on the weekly, you have failed to do so. And as of this last week, you even gapped up and you flushed underneath it, losing that floor, leaving empty space underneath you and a box here, right? So my thoughts are, come down to 41. I think this comes back down to at least retest that, maybe even 40. That could start a breakdown or just some range trading here. So, VKTX. Thank you guys for tapping your screen, by the way. If you guys are on here and just chilling, let that finger creep, dude. What does that finger do? Show me what that finger does, dude. Binance? You want me to chart Binance? How the fuck did I do that? Is that a stock? Finance coin. You want me to chart crypto right now, dude? Oh god, I just got nauseated. I will say, not bad. I mean, on the weekly time frame, right? You got a wick down, coming back down to retest, then you pull yourself back up. You are very, very compressed. So 20, I mean, honestly, this is probably like where crypto in general pops out, but I would say you still have a remaining move of 677.8, but that's all I see, man. I'm not gonna go any further on that. What is Chipotle? CMG. I like this one still above $60 to go and retest your floor of 61. That's still what I see. You're still building. You're sitting on top of the box underneath you at 58.70, and it looks like you're building your very own box. So 59.88, $60, and up to 61. Ayo, Ellie. Y'all okay? Y'all okay? All right, love you. Affirm came back down. It looks like it's gonna be heading for. Looks like it's gonna be heading for that cost basis at 41.66. If I've already done it, I'm going to decline, and I'm gonna send you to the YouTube video. I see a cup and handle on MU. What do you think? I never use patterns, bro. The only one I'll ever use is an inverse head and shoulders. But I typically give people an example. I mean, you could have said that about Tesla, right? Cup, handle fail, right? And Tesla actually fucking hates making cup and handles, I think, because it just does not seem to go well. In fact, I could point that out to you right here. Nice cup, good handle. Tragic dump. Never in a million years, man. I stopped even looking at the, there's actually a website you can go to and look at the probability of patterns, and it just doesn't work out, man. Not a lot of patterns really have repeatable success. So yeah, I think November 15th is all right. Warby Parker. Is that glasses? Is this glasses? Oh my god, dude. Damn. Well, I will say this. You definitely have that sideways action that you're looking for. You definitely have a little empty space on that weekly up to $23. Obviously, there's steps to this. There's a giant area of consolidation. So if you're able to reclaim 23, I'd place a $29 target, maybe even up into the 30s. But as of right now, you are still very much in that range, and even to just get this started, I have to see a move outside of 1670, and then 1850. All right. VZ. Verizon is not a stock. It's definitely one of my least favorite things to ever trade in my whole life. Just a nightmare of a stock. Most telecommunication companies like this, though, trade just in these mass. I mean, if you look at it, it's almost just a massive forever range, which is, again, why I tend not to participate. But right now you did make it above that floor. You have a target on the monthly of $47. The 24-hour time frame shows a retest of the structure underneath you, right? And so a punchback over 44.50, and I think that it could open up a trade into the 48.50s, which is where empty space kind of the only empty space I see is really at. So Upstart. Well, if I recall this correctly, I mentioned the fact that we had hit a major resistance or a floor coming from the left, right? We had left empty space underneath us as we did that. So we are just locked in, right, to a box. So identify the floor here on the 4 hour. That is a candle open or close under 51.90. And then above, it is a candle close outside of 55.37. Roger. So as of right now, you are in the box. There is a strong possibility to fill the empty space down to 47.40. And there's also a strong possibility, seeing that you've held your floor with 2 major pushes down, to see those sellers exit that trade and see that leg up to 61. Ford, I am in this one. It is a waiting game. Again, it's nothing really left for me to do other than wait. We are at a major wall on a 4 hour, wall, if you will. I don't see anything wrong with holding this trade at the moment. We're just consolidated. I think anything underneath 10.97, and I'll probably just get out. I never look at volume, guys. And again, if you guys are new here, we hit hard. All right, like the percentages, the trades that we take, the little bit of money you have to put in to get back a decent. You could have put in order to get $3,600. You could have put in $360 with that ANF trade, and we have had collectively around 14 over 1,000% trades in this group in the last 45 days. So no volume, just the price. Neo, Jesse, I saw that. Hold on, I'm gonna look. Neo looks like a short, man, underneath 499. I see a leg down straight to 432, and I'm waiting for that. So PDD, honestly, man, along with the rest of Chinese stocks, I see a wide fluctuation in price, and typically with something like this, I would start to expect a channel like so to form, and I think that it will. I think that empty space down here is going to get filled up, and the way that we're moving and refusing to go above 132, because that's where you need to be. You need to be above 132 if you want to go up. If you are above that, uppies. But the one thing about Chinese stocks, they don't give a shit about anything. All right, FYBR. What the fuck is that? Frontier Communications Parent. Ooh, my stomach's starting to hurt, y'all. I am gonna have to hop off though here in a little bit. I'm like a little famished. Okay, so I mean, like, this is really simple, but also, obviously tough in the analysis part of it. Here's where you broke out from, and you are building on top of it. It does look like a channel is possibly being established. And given the fact that you've left so much empty space underneath you, if that hold that you're currently making fails, I don't know if this is bought out or something. It looks like a buyout, but then I would be looking, underneath 34.82 to start moving into that empty space down there. Discord. I do have a Discord. You can Google it. But yeah, I really don't have it. The only way that I can help you get into my Discord, and if you guys want to get in, now is the only time I'm going to go over this, because I don't have any links available for you to buy anything. Like, none of that is available, but I will post a link, an invite link right now. It'll be good for 7 days. Shouldn't have to hold it that long. And then I'll post this on my Twitter. Potter Stocks Trading page looks like this. Make sure you guys follow me. All right. This one track on this album is like a horror movie. All right, just a few more guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I might try to hop on a little bit later, time permitting. Roku finally left. It is above 79.18. I still see empty space up to 82.01 and 83.25. Okay. So look below you on a lower time frame. See what you have to stay above. Right now, that's going to be 79.68. BA, I know this one has earnings. I think this earnings possibly could get through this punchback, and that's going to be at 160.77 for a move up to 170. But personally, that's a day trading, so I'll day trade that stock. I'm not going to touch anything else on that. Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube in two parts because I had to stop the recording, or I might be able to combine them. I don't know. Let's see here. Any of those new to you? AES, Power I've heard of, or PWR, but I don't think I've heard of the other ones. So, Snow. Okay. What's up, buddy?
I just need this tightened.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Also, in the basement, Dad, I learned how to get.
In just a minute, we'll talk about it. Okay. I can play or something with you.
Okay.
I love you, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you being respectful. Thank you for taking care with your sister, man. I do appreciate you. Gotta encourage the kids. Yeah. Do I have a watch list? I have a small ARRI, AAP, Celsius, MU. I'll be honest with you guys, not a lot of shit looks great right now, if I'm being honest with you. I gave you Snow. Guys. I think he's just trolling. He's just trolling. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive. There's only one guy who did that. Only one guy, dude. Yeah, we had some dude, like, we took Snow, and I guess he had, like, said something about it. But, yeah. I think anytime somebody comes in here and tries to roast me or anything, I'm just going to go straight and just start showing gains. Anyway, PLL. See, that one is kind of toasted, dude. On the weekly and on every other time frame, it looks like you're about to lose your floor and go and retest 927. Yeah, he's joking. He's joking. No, that's that. There's this other dude. I blocked him, I think. So. Okay, I'll write plug down. Plug looks like something I should just find something really low risk to reward, grab $200-300 of it, and let it cook. Because I think maybe even adding 2 weeks to that, it just looks like it wants news. It looks like it's ready for a news candle or something. You know, we got a lot of power talk. I'm not a hydrogen, junkie or anything like that, but like, yeah, there's been a lot of different alternative power resources that people are pumping lately. So uranium, so on and so forth. But it looks like something that could really go. Lulu is working. You just need a 295 break, and then I am looking at a delicious lipping target of your mom. I'm sorry, 304.50. But you're in a box right now, so just let that cook. Let it deep fry for you. All right, FXI. If you have confidence on it. Oh, dude, this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you guys something about me. When the channels stop, I mean, I'll chart what I see, right? And I see some potential here. You got like a little channel down, but the gap. I mean, I literally don't look at certain stock. Let's see what this looks like with regular trading hours. Oh my fucking! It looks like stars, dude. You just spread this out enough, dude, and that's like a fucking constellation. And then you add extended hours data, and it's like, okay, now you add structure to it, but it is unstructural as fuck. So now I will say, channels are a channel. I do see that channel. I do. And it's whole. Look at the delicious. So 32.55 over 33.15, and maybe go in the gap. But I'm not going to pretend. That's the one thing I ain't going to do. Okay, so look, little tiny context clues. 34.64. That lines up with the potential resistance, and we give you that channel. Am I in space? I think you are, dude. Yeah, right. It is traded. Most Chinese stocks look like this, right? We're just seeing the reflection of the move made elsewhere. It's like American companies in India don't really fucking trade well, or really any market. I have done MU, guys. I'm waiting alongside of you. I need a candle close on 114 now. It needs to stay above 110. Those are my parameters. Above that, I am going, listen, I've almost convinced myself to pop into this with like 50, not dollars, like K, and just hammer this shit with 3 weeks of different expiration. But I want 130, and I'm gonna hammer it when the time comes. Hopefully, you know, it would be within my risk, but it would fuck me up if it didn't work, and if it did something really bad. I gotta be careful on this one, but I will look for a open candle on 114, and I will start moving. I'm already in, but to add to this trade, it honestly is losing its luster the more it does this, because then I want it to come. If I had it my way, we come back down here, we fill this empty space, right? So it would look like this. Hey, Ao, can you maybe not say, give me your Giyat while I'm on live, Chief? Thanks, bud. That's crazy. Do you think... He's on fucking Gorilla Tag right now. He gets about an hour and a half a day to play. And, yeah, well, it's my fault, so... I like Micron, but the fundamentals are super strong. Yeah, I mean, fundamentals aside, you know, technicals are where I want to see us squeeze through that empty space, but... no, I don't really like this week, dude. I don't think that... I mean, maybe this week, but we got to see how we open, so... Alright, pens... Oops. Pinterest is sitting on cost basis. I could see a bounce up and out. I talked about this one on Friday, I believe. You are curling up off of cost basis. Look for a break over 33.75, and then I think you go hit 35. Yeah, for equity, yeah. Best stocks for the rest of this year. You educating yourself so that way you know what the best stocks are for the rest of this year, brother. I don't do fundamental analysis either. All I do is technicals, and most of my equity purchases are done on things where I'm observing a wide array of fundamental analysis and aligning that with quantitative data, and then using technicals to get in. I'm a holder of ELF. I've been an ELF for a while. And that one I've been in for years, actually. I've been in since like way down here, but PLTR is one that I have a lot of. I bought that one down at the lows. I have CART. CART I bought right here on that fucking, I still have the dot there, literally at 24. So I mean, like UUUU, which just started taking off. I've been holding this one forever. Not the best, but I did grab it at the lows, so we're doing all right. Yeah, I did. Save looks good for some speculative trading. I'll look at it going into next week. So. Yeah. Yeah, the elf was too good, man. Too good. So I also hold a lot of QYLD, which honestly has been doing really good equity-wise. I have a lot of money in this. A lot. Like 100K. So how long have I been live for? This time an hour and 10 minutes. I don't know what the last live was. So, but with that, I am gonna really quickly do this one. Okay, CleanSpark has empty space up to 1433. It looks like it's gonna go for that punch back. You're looking for a CleanSpark up to, yes, 1439, and then I see $15 even and a final target of 1586. Now this is a massive area of consolidation, and I don't fuck around with those trying to trade through them. I just wait for the break. I also think there's a strong possibility that you could factor in this beautiful, well-structured channel, which would give you a $16 target, which wouldn't be too far off, because we look at the most recent price action, and that is also empty space right here. So yeah. All right. Good live. Thank you. If you guys have been tuning in here, if you guys need to, again, I'll show you really quickly. Go to my YouTube or my Twitter. I don't know what this is. The link for my Discord is right here. So you can go and pop in right there. Otherwise, I can't even sign up for anything right now as far as I know. I think there's some links in the Discord, but I will be live tomorrow morning around 8:30. And we're going to go ahead and this week's going to start off a little slow. That's okay, especially after the amount of money we made last week. We're really doing a good job collectively of watching you guys, of holding on to those big gains and then waiting for the next one. So really proud of you guys. Really, really happy to see a lot of you guys really excelling. So, all right. Yeah, and honestly, it's actually really cool because Coors just had his wife join. Also, shout out to the wife, been a little jealous of that Potterbox money. She finally took the plunge. 2 weeks of trading. She's up in the month 20 for a first timer. $2,135 ain't bad, man. A little bit more rocky, but it's working, man. It's good stuff. Proud of you guys. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a good night. Peace.